We're down to our last presenter. I was so excited to see that she was auditioning. She definitely made the cut. She also happens to be a friend. I have a feeling she's a friend to many of you out there as well. And you know what? She's an intuitive, a writer, published a book, counselor. But I've never seen her perform on stage before, except at her own book signing at St. Luke's United Methodist Church when she had her book launch. And she had her dear friend come, maybe she'll share about that, to also speak at that event, Elizabeth Gilbert, best-selling author. And that was a wonderful evening. But tonight, we're going to see a different side of Iva Nasr. So join me in welcoming Iva to the stage.
Get him.
Clicker.
Get him.
You have the clicker?
Right here.
Let's try something. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay, hang on. I don't want to leave anyone out. If you're grouchy and you know it, clap your hands. One more round. If you're happy and you're grouchy and you know it, clap your hands. Hello, everyone. I'm Iva Nasr, and I love miracles. I love the generosity of miracles. How they change our lives permanently for the better and bring us closer and closer home to our greatest potential. And how they give hope, the kind of hope that is rooted in the heart. My book, From Rifles to Roses, Memories and Miracles, is my memoir, namely of miracles, though. Mysterious miracles that are so phenomenal, so mind-blowing, that continue to change me and inform me years after their occurrence. And then the ones that stretched me beyond my imagination, altered my reality, and then became my new reality. And then the ones that only multiply every time I notice them. The title, From Rifles to Roses, is about my recovery from war trauma. It's about my journey, different rites of passage in life. Mostly, though, and most importantly, it's about mind expansion, mine and yours. A paradigm shift, a change in mindset, new perceptions, new patterns of thinking, new habits that create phenomenal, remarkable outcomes that otherwise would be deemed impossible, unrealistic, too idealistic. I've gotten that a few times in my life. Ignored, denied, and often forgotten. This new mind, this elevated, expanded, multifaceted outlook is my magic carpet. It is our magic carpet. The best part of it is it takes flight from common ground, and it most definitely bridges every divide along the way. Miracles, everywhere, every day, of all varieties, small and big. I've experienced ordinary, day-to-day wonders. I've had moments in bomb shelters, underwater with dolphins, remarkable healings for myself and others, some of which defied cutting-edge, state-of-the-art medical equipment. Tonight, however, there are 3 vignettes that made the cut to be shared. I was scheduled to speak on a panel at a local bookstore. I was already losing my voice to laryngitis. I had this odd habit of losing my voice every time I was going to talk in public, especially matters of the heart that are somewhat unconventional. This pattern had to change. I took this inquiry into a meditation, and I came out of the meditation completely transported and very, 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 very sleepy. I found my way to the bedroom, stopped first at the bathroom to brush my teeth. More than usual, I noticed the dusty and dirty Coca-Cola vintage glass sitting at the sink. The kind that is clear, bell-shaped flares at the top, black and red checks. I went to sleep and had a series of the most intense lucid dreams, the last of which I was at the guillotine. Anticipating my end in the dream, I surrendered to this indescribable serenity, and a voice spoke, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." And then the blade. I woke up in a panic, cold sweat, grasping my neck, and completely parched. I went to the bathroom sink to get a sip of water. And there it was. That same dusty, dirty Coca-Cola glass, now clean to a sparkle and filled with water. I was home alone. How could this be possible? I was dazed and blazed and mesmerized, and I reached for this holy chalice of water in a vintage Coca-Cola glass, and I drank. It was the sweetest, purest water I have ever tasted. And just like that, I was quenched, I was cleansed, and I was forever changed. I still don't know exactly how that happened, but I can tell you this much. Ever since that night, many years ago, I have not lost my voice speaking in public since. A seed. The miracle of a seed, the genetic diversity of seeds, the seed of a carrot, of a broccoli sprout, the acorn that turns into an oak tree, the coffee cup every day, the coffee bean. I call to grace every day, and lately, many times every day, to help me remember to take notice of this miracle and not take for granted, because this notice helps me to be clear It helps me to focus on what matters most. It makes me into a magnet for more wonder. It helps me translate unhealthy emotional triggers into acts of kindness, to positive platforms and constructive agendas, taking notice of a miracle of a seed every day. Puts me on a path where I forge cutting-edge reform in all areas of my life, generating new traditions with ancient wisdom, and igniting love everywhere like never before, taking notice of the seed and the coffee bean. Makes me lighter on my feet and helps me spread the joy. Just like Santa, I sometimes like to deliver gifts in the middle of the night while everyone is sleeping. That night, I delivered the gift of love and healing in the middle of my parents' bedroom while they slept. I stood grounded to the core of the earth and expanded, reaching and stretched out into galaxies around me. I called on the light to be the light, to give the light. I became a fountain of love. That night, I experienced the eternity and infinity of a cell. I imagined the cancer gone and the heart arteries open and the bones solid and the muscles vital. I stood there, surrendered and dissolved into oneness. And then suddenly my father turns over and looks at me squinting for about 2 or 3 seconds and then goes back to sleep. The next morning, he's at the kitchen sink, and I'm standing behind him reaching for the coffee pot. And this time, without turning around, he says, "Sweetie, were you in our bedroom last night?" "Yes, Daddy. Why?" "Something pulled me out of sleep," he said. "And I turned over, and there you were, but you were very tall. You were reaching the ceiling. And you had in your hands a ball of white light. What was that?" Holy crap, what was that? "Dad, it was love." These are my father's hands washing organic spinach grown in his garden, and my mother making a falafel wrap from scratch, of course, all with love. Together, we create a mindset for miracles. The power of voices, hearts, and minds amplified. This is how I do it. Choose to exemplify ideals, to be the best of yourself and to see the best in others. Open up to unforeseen, remarkable realities. Align inner wisdom with voices from beyond, pureness, imagination, life experience, self-care, and the world around you. Align. Focus. Focus on divorcing contradictions and distractions and diversions. Focus on the tenets that make this miraculous mind functional. The alignment of all these threads that weave this magic carpet, the harmony of all aspects of ourselves individually and collectively, allows us to shine, to forge cutting-edge reform in all areas of our lives, to generate new traditions with ancient wisdom, and to ignite love everywhere like never before. I'd like to share one more thing with you. It's a mantra that I wrote for myself many years ago, and it's one of my most cherished and adored mantras, and it's also my most grueling mantra, and you'll see why. This is how it goes. May I see through the eyes of an angel, feel with the heart of purity, and create with the wand of the wizardess. I wish each and every one of you, with all my heart, peace and comfort. Let's enjoy this ride together. It's our time to shine. Thank you very much.
Come on out, everybody. Ivan, stay on out. Stay out here. Here. Good job. Beautiful. Beautifully done.